Hello everybody, get Shotguns out. I'm moving to another video today. Today we're going to be talking about how has Battlefield 1, EA, and DICE, how have they saved gaming for 2016 and going forward. Now what do I mean by this? Well, first you need some background on me. This entire video will not be biased towards any side. It's all going to be how I truly feel with an unbiased opinion based on my experiences with the franchise. And besides, I love both franchises equally. I love Battlefield just as much as I love Call of Duty, and I love Call of Duty just as much as I love Battlefield. You know, it's a very equal relationship. I never really saw them competitors. I just saw them as two highly different FPS games. One being a war simulator in Battlefield, and one being an arcade shooter like in Call of Duty. And you can have the best of both worlds. However, there has been, as what I like to call, the future era in gaming. And by that I don't mean like new futuristic things like new kinds of consoles, new game development tactics, or whatever the hell it's called, or development secrets. I don't freaking know. But I mean literally going into the future. There's been so many futuristic games, and two companies that show time and time again that they are influential on how gaming reacts as a whole is Activision and EA. I believe the first game to actually take a leap into the future would be Black Ops 2. It's the first mainstream FPS game, Call of Duty, going to the future. However, it was not extreme yet. However, EA decided, you know what? They want to go into a future. Let's go even deeper into the future. Let's go and let's bring out Titanfall. Titanfall got released. It had so much hype around it. Now, obviously, with game developers, they're going to be seeing this hype. So, by the time in freaking Titanfall's getting all this hype, Activision probably already greenlit. It's like, okay, Treyarch, you need to make some futuristic games similar to Titanfall, which makes sense on why there's wall running in Call of Duty. Because if you think about it, Titanfall, the big hype was being announced during Black Ops 2 and at the end of Black Ops 2 lifespan and at the start of Call of Duty Ghost lifespan. So they're probably saying, oh, Treyarch, you have to do something that combat Titanfall so we can show them that we're the superior franchise, we're the superior FPS, because obviously their company, they want to make money, and because EA is basically their competitor, they want to make a better futuristic shooter than EA, but still stay true to the Call of Duty franchise, which is why there's no Titans in Black Ops 3. But do you kind of see how there's a snowball effect? Because Titanfall was so hyped, because Black Ops 2 took the leap into the future, these two companies, EA and Activision, just kept trying to go. Beat them out the Future Game Prime. Future Game Prime? What the fuck am I saying? Out of the Future Game race. Boom! We got freaking Titanfall. Boom! We got Destiny. Boom! We got freaking, what's it called? Oh, we've got Battlefront. I almost forgot what it was called. Oh, freaking, we got Battlefront. We have more features of Call of Duty and freaking Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. And then just keep piling. And then companies that try and keep suit, they want to milk the futuristic genre as a whole. And more games came out to be futuristic. So, we needed a new game. We needed a new game from a big franchise to step up and take a step back. Not step back as in a bad game. I mean a step back as in back in time. And Battlefield has done that. And you guys don't understand the influence that EA and Activision has on the whole gaming community. Remember back, you guys probably don't remember, but back in like 2009, you know, like back before COD 4 came out, it was just World War II galore. You couldn't get rid of it. There was Medal of Honor, World War II games, freaking Battlefield in 1942 or 43, whatever it was. I don't know. I didn't play it. Yeah, freaking COD 2, COD 1, so many World War II games, and then COD 4, huge franchise, not as huge as it was now, but a pretty big growing franchise. Call of Duty came in and said, you know what, let's do something different. Boom, we went modern, and that stuck. They changed the formula around. They went to a timeline that not a lot of people went to in main FPS multiplayer franchises, and boom, we had an explosion of modern shooters, an explosion, you know, Battlefield going into modern era, unless they already did. In that case, I'm about to eat my words. But we got more little games. I'm pretty sure Homefront, that was a modern shooter. There was the modern era where just a bunch of games were modern shooters. And then yes, there were a few other games in there, like World at War that was thrown in there. There was Vietnam games were thrown in there, like Bad Company, and there was little games sprinkled in there. However, we did something more. They wanted to go more. So where else to go? Not backwards, because we already milked that dry, but forward. And we have milked the forward and futuristic to the bitter end, where Call of Duty is in space battles before Battlefront. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Now, EA is going to be the knight in shining armor and come and save gaming, because there's so much positive feedback towards Battlefield 1. People are loving it. It's like, yes, World War 1, we're going back. We're going back to the past to kill some motherfuckers. We're throwing the mustard gas. We're putting the gas mask on. Freaking artillery strikes, bolt action rifles, all the miss, trench combat, and people are so excited for this. They're so hyped, and that's going to play huge into how Activision goes about their future games and how EA address their games that they make. Like, now, obviously, because how Battlefield works, we're not going to be seeing a new Battlefield game for a while. We're not going to be seeing one for a while, and which gives Battlefield the advantage to set trends. I think it's EA's job with Battlefield to set trends, because their games aren't seasonal like Call of Duty. Battlefield 4, it is still hugely relevant. Yes, we had Hardline in the mix. However, we didn't get a really big Battlefield game until Battlefield 1's announcement, which is coming out this year, which I am absolutely hyped about. I cannot wait for this game to come out, and all this hype that I have, that the community has, the Call of Duty community has this hype, and the backlash from Infinite Warfare shows that, alright, here's what the consumer wants, here's what they don't want. And Activision come in and be like, you know what, EA, fuck you, we can make a better World War 1 shooter, we can go back to the past better, and maybe go back to Vietnam, maybe go back to World War II, or continue on and do a World War 1 shooter. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, mainly because how the kill streaks work. Maybe we can have some naval strikes in there, maybe we can have some things like maybe like still have dogs, probably, but that's another video for a completely other day. But the bottom line is, EA and Battlefield, they have the power to set trends. They have the power to make not only Battlefield great, not just Call of Duty great, but the entire FPS genre great. Because instead of going to the future, we're going to be taking steps to try and compete with Battlefield. So as much as EA can be a scumbag company, and believe me, Activision can be a scumbag company too, thank God to EA that they have decided to take a risk. EA and DICE took a risk with Battlefield 1, and they decided, you know what, we're doing this full-blown World War 1, and now we're going to see the domino effect and see a lot more futuristic, that's going to be a thing of the past, as we're going to see a lot more back-in-time games, which I am so hyped for, and gaming is looking brighter. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and the futuristic shit, we're about to leave it behind. Oh my god! If you guys can't tell, my throat was not in it. My brother has recently been sick, and I think he's giving me something in my throat, and if it is, I'm going to have to kill the boy. But anyway, guys, tell me in the comments below, what do you think the effect of Battlefield 1 is going to have on the gaming community? Do you think it's going to have this huge effect, or do you think it's just going to be EA's little black sheep of the franchise that everyone loves? Similar to how Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker was for the Zelda franchise. But I personally think it's going to have a huge domino effect. But again, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like the new channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Also, so if you think channel potential, hit those same buttons. Anyway, I'm Striker, and I will talk to you all later. Peace!